Today, we're going to be realistically rebuilding an expansion team, that being the St. Louis Bombers, for as long as 2K will let me simulate. That saying, I'm hoping we could go 100 years, but we're probably going to be somewhere before it, maybe 70 to 80, so roughly maybe like 2054-ish. We do have some rules implemented in play. I am still doing this simulation off of the PS5. However, a few of the key rules to kind of know here before we get into it. We do have dead cap turned off. That way, a little bit more trades can be made. We still have the 30, 60, 90-day rules. We still have the salary cap installed. Another thing is we're not going to be allowed to cheese the CPU. That's just kind of my own personal rule, because of course you could say realistic rebuild. I could maybe get, 85 overall, trade them for 2 future firsts. But if I'm smart enough and trade too crazily, I could then end up overstacking my team, and we want this as good and realistic as possible. Another change is at the beginning, we will start with 13 All-Stars per conference, so East and West. We also are going to have 13 Rising Stars per All-Star break. Another thing is, sorry, I just hit my controller. Another thing is we will be having the 65 game played rule. That way, of course, any major awards, you would have to be playing 65 plus games to earn. In addition, we will have other expansions throughout the video, of course. Not only will we have the typical expansions of like the Timberwolves, the Raptors, the Grizzlies, and so on, but we will have also the following in each year. In 1993, we will be adding the Providence Steamrollers. In 2008, we will be adding the Baltimore Bullets and the Buffalo Braves. In 2013, we'll be adding the Supersonics back and the Anaheim Amigos. And then in 2028, which will be the last expansion, and I believe the only expansions we'll be able to do, because 2K has a limit to expansion teams, I believe. But we will be adding the Pittsburgh Ironmen and then a Las Vegas team of some sort in 28. Of course, we'll be using the St. Louis Bombers. If you want to use the same one I'm using a one that has like a better updated logo at least. It was by Chant Havy Plays or Havy Plays. If I remember to, I'll put up the name on the screen. But yeah, let's go ahead and get ready to hop into all of this. All right, let's go ahead and jump into draft lottery. I do believe, yeah, we should not be in the rise for it in the picture, but we will get either 1 or 2. And yeah, it's usually 2 with the expansion teams. Suns do get 1, Kings get 3, Rockets 4, Mavs 5 via Cleveland. We also have 7. Before we jump in fully, if you wanted to see the All-Stars here, actually, my bad, I don't know. I don't know why I went there, but that's cool. NBA history, Magic did win MVP. Ralph Sims was Rookie of the Year. Kevin McHale was the 6th man. Defensive player was Mark Eaton. And then most improved was Sleepy Floyd. Of course, clutch player doesn't exist technically yet. This was the All-NBA first team here. We had Jeff, Magic, Bird, Isaiah Thomas, and Dan Lee. Wow. We had Sidney Moncrief, Gus, Dan, Dominique, and Jack Sigma on the second team. Of course, first team defense, Cooper, Eaton. We got McHale, Roundfield, and Moncrief. Second team, we got Johnson, Michael Ray, Julius Erving, Larry Bird, and Sigma. All rookie team, of course, here. Past champions, the Lakers did just win over the Hawks here. So, yeah, second pick. First things first, we are going to have to realize, hold on. let's get things. Let's get things actually right here. All right. Ooh. Let's get this guy right. We're gonna do this right here. Uh, all right. Customizable. What does customizable mean? Okay. Presets. Let's see. See which one looks roughly closest to me. Some of these are these actually real people's face scans? I'm just curious. Like, some of these people look a little bit like, some of these faces look a little bit too textured. That makes sense. I don't know. I mean, I guess that's the closest to my hair, or how it used to be. I mean, I don't even know. Look, I'm just trying to find one closer to me. That one was terrible looking. I ain't gonna lie. All right, y'all. So we're not gonna find a face, I guess. You know what? This don't look like me, but he's got a chubby face like me. So we're gonna go ahead and put that there. Yeah, there we go. All right. It don't look as good as closest to me, but you know, hey. So head coach, we're also not gonna be allowed to sign Michael Stauffer. Although if we could sign him maybe as like a scout, that would be nice. But realistically, for a new type of franchise, I don't know who we're gonna be able to have as an actual coach. We're probably not gonna have a lot. I mean, let's maybe try to get Rick Adelman, and we got blocked, so that's gonna be a no over there. And yeah, let's go Rudy Tomjanovich. Let's offer him one. Maybe they let us take him. And other than that, I don't really see any other real life person. So yeah, no. Okay, so they're not gonna let us get any of the real people. They're just gonna block us. So I guess let's just try to pull in, guess this guy for right now. Yeah, Mac Reynolds, I guess, welcome. I guess. Head scout. Pay this guy $65K. Assistant GM. Let's go ahead and go pick up this guy. Sure, whatever. And that's fine. Team doctor will also, and some of this y'all might not think it matters fully. We're not going to pay attention to this all the time, mainly just the first season to get our basis in, and then we're going to be probably only ever focusing on basically coach, because yeah, and we did just decline them. Let's see, any team want to leave a good player? I mean, who am I kidding? We're not going to see a good play. Expansion draft time. We're the only ones selecting here, so of course it's going to be good. We're going to basically want cheaper contracts and or 1 year rentals. So I'll definitely take Craig Hodges here. Mike McGee, I'm not too keen on right now. So we kind of want to be a little bit bad at the beginning. That way, take Quentin Buckner. We're actually going to take Darren Day because he might progress. Audie Norris. But yeah, we take all these 1 year contracts. My thought process behind it is we're going to look a lot better in terms of money-wise to afford better free agents and better everything else. So we are going to take Craig Elo here, and I believe I don't necessarily care about the rest. I know they're going to take higher contracted players, but we're probably going to use them in order to move around. So NBA draft, I'm going to be perfectly fine here taking either Hakeem and or Jordan. So the Suns, they're going to select Michael Jordan, and I have no problem making Hakeem Olajuwon my franchise, player. So let's go ahead and go to Akeem Olajuwon. We're going to go ahead and go also select at pick 26. Who else is left up here that I know might be good depending on, honestly, let's go ahead and just select Rick Carlisle. Sure, why not? Sign up Rick there. So 83, Hakeem and Rick are going to be the first players in our expansion here. We do have, of course, some money, so we could go after a free agent here, but I would probably want to go after maybe a point guard. So let's see what we're rocking with here. So point guard is Don Buse, Craig Hodges, we got Rick Carlisle there, we got Mike McGee, Terry Tyler. I don't know, we also kind of need a power forward, so maybe we go to pick up. Dang, apparently a lot of these guards and stuff had a pretty good season. Dan Roundfield did play amazing. This was Reggie Theus, I believe, off the bench this year. So he also had a very good showing. I think we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna try to pick up Ray Williams on a 4-year, $1 million player option. Hopefully, or a 3-year +1 on the player option, $1 million a year. It might be a little bit of an overpay, but we're gonna hope it doesn't turn out to be an overpay. And then as far as the Pat Cummings, should I try giving him about $950? We'll give him a 2-year plus team option. We'll offer that. He doesn't want to take it. I don't know if I want to pay Pat that much. Dan Roundfield, very solid, but I don't want to take away touches from Hakeem here. Could make Joe Bryant a power forward. He was having a decent year, I would say. I definitely don't want to give him that. Maybe that. Let's see. So we did get Joe Bryant here. Ray Williams has decided to go to the Washington Bullets. So who else? Ricky Sobers, 15-6, was having a great year. Let's go ahead and pick up which one averages the most defensively. Let's see, you also shoot 60 or 16% from the 3. You average definitely the better defensive stats. So actually, we're going to pick up Ricky Sobers to play our point guard, I hope. Nope. He also went to Ray Williams is back. And if I'm not trying to give them that plus, so maybe. Come on, Ray. Come on, Ray. Yes, sir. Ray Williams. We got him back up. So let's go ahead and look at our new look team. This is the first look at the jerseys, by the way. These are the home jerseys again. Chant Hayes plays or has plays. Don't know how you would really pronounce it, but that's the person I used to download the St. Louis Bombers uniform. If we look at, I think we can look at the away. My bad, I clicked off by accident. But yeah, so the away would be blue. Not looking too bad. But anyways, Ray Williams is at the point guard right there. And then Joe Bryant, we want to play forward. So we're definitely going to have to trade some people. So this is where it gets kind of rough. How do I want to trade people? Do we want to... So first off, we can definitely try to move Ernie Grunfield here, along with Jawan Oldham. See, and we're also, I'll show y'all all these settings afterwards. That way, y'all don't think. So for this one, I'll actually do, because the Warriors are going to protect it, and that's probably going to be one of the only trades we make. But real quick, I do want to show y'all, when it comes to the settings, we are on the smartest simulation speed. This is the career injury frequency. We have 93 simulator difficulty. We got 91 trade, 89 contract. Basically, this is all tried to get tweaked as best as possible for the best simulation possible. I do believe that also got to reflect, we had two different 27 plus per game scorers. Mark McGuire's up there with like 25. Maybe not everyone's scoring too good. Definitely a lot better when you got rebounders. You got the actual top rebounders, rebounding. You got the top passers passing the ball right now. Did they really ever average a bunch of 10s plus every? Probably not, but they're passing the ball like they should. So, yeah, free agency is going to be done for us. I believe we should be done. Ray Williams does get a little bit worse, but that's okay. Kurt Nymphius as a backup. We got Mike McGee there, Craig Hodges. I'm going to have hopes in this team. There is going to be a cut in between every single season when we're about to choose our draft classes. Just know we will be using all of my classes up until, of course, I don't have anymore, which is 2010, which, yeah, I still got too many players. So let's see. It's one of these guys. We're just going to release Don Buse, and I believe that now leaves us. There's 9, 15. Yep. Alright, so that should be good. So just know I am going to be going through here, back to my files, and then, of course, whenever the draft comes around, I'm going to select my classes, and we're going to go on through next year. But yeah, we didn't cut clearly, but eventually we will have to cut. Another thing I want to see that we do have 9-man lineup performance factor. I usually set some of this stuff that way we don't have really nothing broken. I'm gonna use an actual playbook. Let's go shout out 76ers. Let's use the Celtics. We got that. Young to old, we'll keep that 50-50 system proficiency preference. Technically, we'll keep that to 20 just in case. Bench utilization, I'm fine with this on 40. And I'm fine with that on 40 as well. Only thing I'm going to change over here is thumb crash. I know I already had that. And then we're going to change that to play physical defense and patient offense. So, Hakeem Olajuwon, we are going to want him to be our main star. This is the lineup they want to run. We got Ray Williams, Craig Hodges, Tyree Tyler, Joe Bryant, and Hakeem Olajuwon. Kurt, Mike McGee, Mark Iavaroni, Craig Elo, Charles Pittman, Quinn Buckner not getting minutes. Darren Day is actually injured. Interesting. So let's go ahead. And we're going to have a lot of years to go. Just wanted to see the first game, but we're going to have a lot of years to go. So let's just get this simulation moving. When it comes to trades, we're probably going to disable CPU trades. because we're gonna have to go through a lot. I'll keep injuries on just so we can monitor at least what injuries get. And yes, this is the perfect time. Actually, we're gonna keep CPU to handle that too. But most of the time, expansion teams instantly just like never win anything. From the experience I've had, basically you could be a terrible team for the first like 3 years, and then basically just win. So trade deadline, we will not be moving anything. All the 1 years will just live off of them. This is the one thing I want to do each year. I want to check who gets to be an all-star. So in the East, any surprise names really? I mean, Maurice Cheeks is still an all-star over here. I mean, I guess. Yeah, I don't know in what world Maurice Cheeks is passing that much or why, but he is. Quentin Daly, still here. Let's see here. None of our guys, but still an overall really cool looking all-star. Campy Russell is in the 3-point contest. Okay, Bob Thornton is in the okay. Well, none of our players in that. I don't know, man. This 70. I wonder how long 2K is gonna go until it actually crashes. Like the moment it crashes, I think that's when the video ends. I think when it's all said and done, we check how much we got going on and what we can get. Anyways, let me see if I can get any re-signs. And no, there's going to be no re-signings happening. We're just going to hope Hakeem does Hakeem things. And while I'm at it, I'm going to take a sip of this nice, cold Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper is amazing. Y'all should know this. All right. Actually, I'm surprised this team even won 7 games. I'm guessing Hakeem was a factor there. Larry Bird wins an MVP, basically averaging a 22-point triple-double. Hakeem does win Rookie of the Year, averaging about 20, 11, 1, 1, and 3. Robert Reed is still the a new 6-man of the year. Sidney Moncrief takes on the Defensive Player of the Year. 25, 8, and 8. Kind of sounds crazy. I'm not gonna lie. And then Mike McGee here actually wins Most Improved. I guess. Yeah, shout out Mike McGee. Alright. Hakeem does make an All-NBA second team in his second year, so that's already a good start. And other than that, yeah, he's nowhere else. All rookie first team, Jordan. What did Jordan do? 24, 3, and 6 a game. Pretty good. 17, 12 for Barkley. We got Sam Bowie here. We got Alvin Robertson. No John Stockton. Very interesting for John Stockton. We're already not in the playoffs. Y'all know the drill. We're just going to go ahead. Sam the Chaz win it all. Adrian Dantley is going to go ahead and take the finals MVP. Oh, and let's go ahead, go through here. The only reason I'm looking at league meetings is because I don't want certain things to change. If y'all don't know, these are already things that happen in real life. So, yeah, draft lottery. We were one of the worst teams. We have a 12.5% chance along with everyone else. Mavericks, 2 chances. Hopefully we stay in the top 3. Mavericks do stay at 8. They're also projected 7. It's going to be the Knicks. I'm just going to hope we get a top 3. Mavericks do get 6. And jeez, that Mavs team is going to be a problem. 5 is going to go to the Bulls. I have a feeling we're going to drop to like 4. I just have a bad feeling. Okay, we didn't drop the 4. So the way I'm looking at it, all right, so we did drop the 3. So that's kind of rough, but I do have a plan. If either Patrick Ewing somehow falls to us, we'll either pick him up. If Karl Malone does, of course, grab him. With the first pick, the Hawks are going to select Patrick Ewing along with Dominique Wilkins. That's going to be pretty crazy. The Rockets are going to select Karl Malone. So I'm just going to make the smarter choice here. I think we take Chris Mullin. There is some pretty good players there, as we do get pick 25, and we're going to use that to select Gerald Wilkins, actually. So I will take Chris Mullin here, without a doubt. That basically gives us a small forward and a shooting guard. We'll bring Rick Carlisle back on this nice little one-year deal. So, under contract still, we have a bunch of shooting guards. Yeah, so we'll put Craig Hodges at the point guard real quick. We have 3 small forwards under contract. We have 2 powers, 1 center. So we need to sign 2 centers, 1 power. And yeah. Alright, so centers. Let's go ahead and this. Okay, so Kurt Nymphius doesn't want to come back whatsoever. Apparently we can't sign anyone. We're negative 236. So we're just gonna have to let our free agency get. Awesome, 2K. Hakeem up 6 overalls. Joe Bryant up to a 79. Other than that, ouch. We might be trying to trade Ray Williams already. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to y'all as soon as we're on to the next season. Alright, so now loading into the 86, it is the Len Bias draft. Honestly, if we somehow can get him, I would love to pair that next to a Chris Mullin and Hakeem. So yeah, let's see. Is there any like cheese free agents that we could sign for a 1-year deal just to be like a good piece? Honestly, I was gonna say if we could afford Bob McAdoo, I would love to have him maybe as like a kind of trainer for Hakeem to learn from. And yeah, we can't afford anyone here, so that does kind of suck. But the lineup is looking like Ray Williams, Gerald Wilkins, Chris Mullin, Joe Bryant, and Hakeem. We are missing a power forward, basically, and a point guard right now. But y'all know money problems exist in this game when first starting, definitely. So what we can do is hope for another high pick, and then turn that high pick into hopefully Len Bias, maybe a Dennis Rodman, who, actually, while I'm here, I don't remember if I actually fixed his peak start and whatever. Okay, so 28 to 36. No. So he is going to be 25, so that gives him 3 years of becoming better. We're actually going to give him 1 more year of development before that way he gets that, just in case whoever gets him can have an actual, good player. So our team already won more games than it did the year prior. The Hakeem effect, I guess, taking full swing. We're gonna love to see that. Hakeem, Mullin, thinking 1 more good point guard around. And as we are here, let's also shop around Ray Williams. Maybe we shop around a Ray. What kind of trade would this even... Wow. So Ray Williams, sadly, there's not looking like there's a lot on the market for him. Let's see, what about a Joe Bryant and Ray Williams? Only the Knicks with Rory Sparrow and Bill Cartwright. don't need him. What about trading just Joe Bryant? That land us anything in the books worth grabbing? And I'm just basically gonna say no. I mean, we could try to downgrade a bit, which actually, funny enough, we're gonna do this. We're gonna save a little bit of the money. We're gonna downgrade our team. Shout out Kobe's dad for holding it down for us for a season and a half. But yeah, all-star participants. Hakeem did get to make his first all-star appearance. He's averaging 21, 14, about 2, 2, and 3.6. So I can say he's definitely playing pretty good. Charles Barkley makes it over here as well. Clyde Drexler, his first all-star appearance. Don't believe I saw anyone else. Rick Carlisle and Chris Mullin are in the 3-point contest. Chris Mullin, 16 points right now, definitely 41%. How many threes is he taking per game? He's took 36, made 15. Pretty good for right now. Perfect out of the lot, Chris Mullin. Actually perfect. I want him to get used to shooting those threes. I actually did that with a lot of the tendencies going further, especially for like 2K27, are going to feature their tendencies for like their all-time versions. That way, you know, we can have the best accuracy as possible. So Larry Smith is actually willing to re-sign. If he wants to re-sign for cheap, I mean, look, 3 years. It might be a dumb contract down the line, but the way I'm thinking about it, I mean, 300K and he's then making 285, 270, and I don't think he's going to get that much worse. He is 28 years old, so hopefully Larry Smith can be a serviceable piece. What should be our goals for this? I mean, of course, I guess as many championships as realistically possible, as Hakeem did just break his hand, I believe, for 4 to 6 weeks. Yeah, broken right hand, gone from Hakeem, who I'm just going to assume is probably in the Defensive Player of the Year race. Yeah. It looks like it's going to still go to Sydney, even though it probably shouldn't. But I think Hakeem's going to miss out on it anyways because of being injured. So he's probably not going to hit the 65-game rule no matter what. So Hakeem, your time will come again. Larry Bird, another MVP. Karl Malone is a Rookie of the Year. Orlando Blackman, 6th year. Sidney Moncrief, Defensive Player of the Year. Most Improved, Alvin Robertson. I guess it's not really most improved, as the 76ers are insane. Hakeem Olajuwon did make All-NBA first team. Despite that, he played 71 games, so he still had a chance to win, I guess, over Sidney Moncrief, but did not. No other, I would say Alvin Robinson is the second other player from the 84 draft to be in there. Chris Mullin did make an All-NBA second team, averaging 16 and 4 with about 2 steals a game boost. So I would definitely gladly take that. We are not in any of the playoffs. That piece of paper just fell as the Celtics and the Larry Bird go ahead and take the finals over the Portland Trail Blazers 4-2. All these retirements. Kermit Washington retires a champion. That's pretty cool. In-store changes, league management. Yep. Make sure all of this is a no. And let's go ahead. Draft lottery. I mean, we got projected 7 from Golden State. It is lottery protected though, so I do believe if that pick lands here, we don't get it. So gonna be interesting to see. So yeah, the Bombers pick, or is that my? I just fell from 2 to 7. Oh, that's rough. Oh, that's rough. Oh, that's rough. Oh, that's really rough. Mm, that is not the great. It's not the greatest. Okay. Um, realistically, right? Do we think maybe Dennis Rodman might fall to 7? I mean, Roy Tarpley's projected to go 7. Mm, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll ride out. Let's see. So Len Bias does go first. Second is Ron Harper. Third is Drazen Petrovic. Fourth, Brad Daughtry. Fifth, Mark Price. Sixth, Roy Tarpley. Okay, so actually, that kind of worked out. Chuck Persons is pretty good as well. But we're going to take the rebounder in Dennis Rodman. I like that pickup a lot more. And we're also going to be taking here. Let's go ahead and go. Let's go Walter Berry here. Walter Berry's pretty fun. Always see him in The Sims. So yeah, we're definitely going to find Dennis Rodman. I'm actually very happy with that pickup here. We're going to offer. No, we're not offering Rick Carlisle that. Jeez. So under contract, Ray Williams did accept his team option. We still got Gerald Wilkins, we got Chris Mullin, we got Dennis, we got Larry Smith, and we got Walter Berry. We're gonna make Walter Berry a backup small. So reality, we need a shooting guard, a point guard, and a backup center. Point guards on the board here. There's still a lot of better ones, so yeah. Shooting guards on the board here, there's not. I'm assuming they're gonna sign for him. We probably want a guard that's not gonna average too much for us, but maybe put in some defensive work for what it's worth. Oh, I do like David Thompson though. Honestly, let's try to pick up Carlos Clark here. Ooh, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Yeah, I'd rather pay John Long. Maybe 700K plus a player option. And then point guard here is going to be interesting. So I think we want to give Michael Ray Richardson a chance. I'm not going to lie. Let's go offer him 660 and a player option. 680 and a player option. So we are gonna. Oh, we can't match. Okay. So we do get John Long. We don't get Michael Ray, which is okay-ish, I guess. Not too worried about it there. Honestly, Ennis Watley, for what it's worth, if you want to go ahead and point up here. Yeah, so Ennis Watley and John Long. Hopefully we can sign both and we're good. No, we cannot. Word. Yikes. Don't y'all just love the money problems, guys? Okay, we got Jeff Ruland. Um, can't afford no one. We can't afford no one. Can we bring Rick Carlisle back? I would love to just keep like Rick Carlisle as like a player on my team for the rest of his career, kind of thing. I feel like that would be pretty funny. So we do have 3 shooting guards. We got 2 points, we got 2, and then we don't have a backup center. So we're definitely in need of a backup center. It says we can only afford minimum of 55, and it says all these people are expecting 55. Yet I can't sign a single one. Please, someone explain. Alright. I guess I'm just not allowed to sign. Key up to a 93. Mullen up to an 84. Gerald Wilkins up to a 76. He's slowly getting better. So I mean, we're getting there. I'm not gonna say we definitely have a crazy team, but we're definitely getting there. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut and see y'all for the next season. Alright, so right back to it. Course, Dave Robinson's here, Scottie Pippen. Honestly, if it comes down to it, I would not hate a Scottie Pippen, put Mullen to the 2. I would love that. I'd be fine with like a Reggie Miller or Reggie Lewis. So hopefully we get a good piece here. Okay. So I can hire one free agent, and I'm just going to use that as a way to somewhat mentor. I do want to point this out. On this screen, I believe whenever you have an expansion team, this does kind of get broken. So, like, if I put this here and put him as the mentor, you can see, bam, nothing stays. So whenever you have a expansion team, you actually can barely like keep different things, and it does suck. Hakeem, let's get you on the mid range, bro. Yeah, let's get you on the mid range. Yeah, I definitely want to get Hakeem on the mid range. Gerald Wilkins, I want to get you also on a mid range. Dennis Rodman, we want to get him on offensive rebounding. I think actually no. We do want to do defensive rebounding. Hopefully all this stays. And then Chris Mullen, we want on 3-point, I guess. Hopefully all that stays, and we don't gotta do too much. Individual training, we're also gonna go here. Chris Mullen, I think we just set that to outside scoring. No, actually we did not. So we're gonna go to Hakeem, and we're gonna go to all around. Chris Mullen, we're gonna go to small forward, and we're gonna go to a 2-way. Dennis Rodman, we're going to go to power forward, and we're going to go to... I like defense in general right there. And then, yeah, I'm fine with offensive for shooting guard for him. So let's hopefully send the rest of this season out, of course, and hopefully we have a better season with the St. Louis Bombers again. Starting off really rough. Already got some guys getting injured early on as well. Did sign Bob McAdoo, but I don't know if he's gonna really matter. Torn left bicep by Wes Matthews. I mean, we're just getting atrocious injuries, but that's part of the sim, I guess. So at the trade deadline, we can't trade Ray Williams. He is got a broken right kneecap. Can't trade Wes Matthews. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what to do here. John Long 13.5 and 3-1. Rick Carlisle 8. Gerald Wilkins 5 because he's not getting the touches. We should probably have changed the touches, I guess. Hakeem, I guess we probably don't want Bob McAdoo shooting as much anymore. John Long, probably not as much anymore. We definitely don't need Dennis Rodman shooting that much, but we'll put it down to that and the touches down. Rick Carlisle, and it will definitely put Gerald Wilkins' shot tendency up to about an 80 with a 72 touch. Ray Williams, we're going to turn your shot tendency down and your touches to there. And Hakeem, I guess we will put on 100 because we do want him scoring the most, and we'll put Chris Mullin 288. Hopefully that does change a little bit. Other than that, we're going to look to trade John Long now. We do still have Gerald Wilkins. Atlanta Hawks is offering me a first, and I think that's probably going to be for the best to take. 357 back in a 1-year deal, plus a first for John Long. We're going to just take that and accept it. So, new lineup. Pretty interesting, but we ride. And let's go ahead and check our All-Stars real quick. So again, Hakeem is an All-Star. After that, any Jordan or Stockton. So Stockton and Malone are actually teammates in Houston. Very interesting. Charles Barkley is in the dunk contest, been pretty quiet. And then Chris Mullin. So where's Michael Jordan? Who took Michael Jordan first? It was the Cavs? I can't remember who took Jordan. Like I actually can't remember who took Jordan for the life of me. Guys, who took Jordan? Oh, the Suns. Okay, so Jordan's just injured again right now, but I mean, he looks like he's not scoring as much. I mean, I can try to help him out just a little bit more. If I don't know if that will help, but maybe. I don't know. I just know this is going to take a long time. I'm pretty sure each season of simulation is taking about 14 to 18 minutes to get everything done. As what are these injuries happening to us? I mean, my team's never going to be able to win anything if all my players break their legs. I mean, Ray Williams, I'm scared to know what the minimum is. No way that minimum's that much, right? Because it looked like it was pretty cheap. Larry Smith also wants to come. All right, Bear. You get your sign for a minimum. How much is the minimum right now? Because realistically, signing them for that much was probably stupid. But 99. Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what? That's perfectly fine. We'll definitely rock with that for now. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Hopefully, Dennis Rodman gets a little bit better. King gets a little bit better. Mullin gets a little bit better. And then, with that, we should be sitting at a pretty good team. Hopefully, we get the draft maybe a Scottie Pippen, maybe a Reggie Miller or Reggie Lewis, and Gerald Wilkins can be a thing. So, how many MVPs is that in a row for Larry Bird now? It's his third MVP in a row. Yeah, that boy's on some problems. Hakeem does get his first Defensive Player of the Year, though, as Patrick Ewing then gets Most Improved. What did he do to get Most Improved? You know what? Honestly, for once, yeah, dude. I'd say that's that. If Larry Bird happens to win the other MVP, we're gonna have to be nerfing him as of this year. I know technically, like, he did win three, but this game will give it to him over and over again. Michael Jordan, I think that did help him quite a bit. Got to be on an All NBA first team. Akeem does make a second team. We also had Stockton here now. We had Carmelo and Barkley there. We got Jordan on all defensive first with Hakeem there. Nobody else. And then no Dennis Rodman there either. So we do have a new champion. We have the New Jersey Nets. So Michael Ray Richardson didn't sign with me. He signed with the Nets and won a championship. Cool. I mean, damn, this team is crazy. Albert King, Otis Birdsong, Buck Williams, Daryl Dawkins, Sam Perkins. Jeez. Man. Alright. Shout out to the Nets for being good in the sim, I guess. Top 3 picks are done via random weighted draw. So we're probably going to be up there. We have I mean, I don't even know, man. Let's just hope for something good. So the Rockets moved into the top 3, meaning I probably moved down. So awesome. Bulls are at 7. I mean, I would just love to pick in the top 5, honestly. And yeah, why did I even say anything? Why did I even say anything? Okay, so we're gonna try to go to talk to Chicago here. They're definitely in need of a... Oh, actually, who would they take here? Charles Oakley's not under contract. Melvin Turpin's not under contract. Do we see... Okay, if they take Reggie Miller, we'll try to trade for him. Because I feel like that would be easier to trade for Reggie rather than trading for the pick. So, Reggie Miller, 4 stars. What we have to offer, let's see. So we do have Wes Matthews. We got John Long. We got pick 6. That doesn't get it done. I'll give you at least 2 seconds. Alright, so we do get Reggie Miller, and we actually got to keep pick 12 here. Which, I'm not gonna lie to you. I see... Wow, okay. Reggie Lewis is still here. Sarunas Marcelionis is still here. Horace Grant is still here. This is kind of crazy. So we're gonna have Hakeem, Mullen, Miller. We got Rodman. Honestly, let's make it the St. Louis Bulls. Let's go ahead and draft Horace Grant as well. We're not going to bring back Walter Berry on that contract. Qualifying offers, we're not going to worry about it. So we do have 1 point guard. We technically do have another 2. We have 1 small forward, 3 powers. So we do need a starting point guard probably. Sleepy Floyd would be amazing. Doc Rivers is here. We do have bird rights over. Okay, so we don't have bird rights over Gerald Wilkins. He is not interested in signing with us at all. Okay. Guys, hear me out. Sleepy Floyd. What if we could get Sleepy? What if we could get Sleepy Floyd? I think we just mainly focus on the point guard market here. If we can't get Sleepy Floyd, what's Doc Rivers averaging? He's okay. Johnny Moore, also okay. Derek Harper, okay. If we go over to here, we could have TR Dunn play the point if we really wanted to. Look, guys, I'm not gonna lie. Sleepy Floyd is kind of my. I really hope he signs with us type of thing. If not, we'll try to pick up Johnny Moore on a 5-year deal. That's insulting to him, but we do get. Okay, hold on. This is big. So we do sign Sleepy Floyd, which is huge. We do lose out on Gerald Wilkins, but now we have Sleepy Floyd, Ray Williams, Reggie Miller, Ray Carlisle, Horace Grant. I said Horace Grant. Chris Mullin, Horace Grant, Dennis Rodman. We need a backup center and a backup small, and we'll have a pretty good looking team. Let's give you a 2-year. Let's give you a 2-year deal, and then a backup center. I'm not gonna lie to you, Fernando Martin, looking pretty good. 3-year, 360 player option. Let's go 370 player option. Got Cedric Maxwell. Oh, it didn't let me sign him. Okay, I didn't think it was gonna do that, but all right. So now we're getting a kind of worse player, I guess, on a 3-year deal. Yeah, Fernando Romay, welcome to the team. So we could sign a backup of everything if we wanted to, real quick, just so we have it. But I don't think we can actually really afford anything. We can afford David Thompson, sign him to a 1-year, and can't afford him. Yeah, awesome contracts, I guess. All right, so we probably can't afford anyone else. So we do sign David Thompson there. Play progression. This is gonna matter a lot. Hakeem to a 95, Chris Mullin to an 88, Dennis Rodman up to an 81. Beautiful. Sleepy, what's going on here, bro? Are you peaked now? 23 to 30, max potential 89. I mean, he's not peaked necessarily, but kinda just, yeah, kinda just chilling, I guess. So, all right, let's go ahead and hop on. I'm just not even gonna cut this. Y'all can just see the last of the rosters. Once we get to 92 is when I'm gonna really have to cut, because once we get to 93 and above, I don't have the draft classes anymore. So we're in 88, right? I believe we're in 88. Yeah, 87, 88. As David Robinson just went. So, yeah, I mean, the team is overall looking good. Will they fully compete? I don't know. Larry Smith, I'm sorry, bro. You're just not gonna be getting minutes. Ray Williams, actually, is there a better backup point guard that we could sign here? Yo, I'd much rather have Doc Rivers. Ray Williams. We're gonna try to trade you. And first trade that I think is either going to save us money or get us something back is probably what we're going to take. So in that case, here we're getting Michael Corrin from the Phoenix Suns and a 92nd second round pick. We are going to go ahead and take that. So, yeah, goodbye. Goodbye to our boy there. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to attempt to package a Mike O'Corin with Larry Smith. See if we can pick up either a backup, center, maybe a pick or two here. But it looks like we're not actually gonna get anything here. The best thing would be here. We get Tony White, which we are gonna take, and we're just going to then release Tony White. Then we're going to go ahead and go to free agency. And I'm going to sign a lower tiered power forward. Not no one too crazy. Let's go Derek Gervin. And Fernando Martin's still here. Yeah, we're going to pick him up just because. Alright, so that should be our team now. Fernando and Hakeem should be able to hold it down. Rodman and Grant should also be able to hold it down. Also, what did Rodman do last season? 8 rebounds. Definitely a lot better than what I thought he would do. Mullen, hopefully you have a year. Reggie, hoping a lot for you. Same with Sleepy. I do feel like we have a somewhat talented kind of core here. So yeah, shooting guard's not going to get to play. We're back shooting guard, aka Rick Carlisle. But Doc Rivers as a 6-man because he didn't get signed. I will gladly take that. Contract extensions, not a single soul. So let's go ahead. Of course. Do we even care about All-Stars really? Because we could just check at the end of each career how many All-Stars that person had and all NBA teams and stuff. So yeah, we're just gonna try to zoom past as best as we can. The goal is championships. We've been in the league for 3 years now, and we don't have one. That's to be expected. I mean, we're a brand new franchise, I'm seeing Hakeem win his first Defensive Player of the Year. We got Chris Mullen as some shooters. Signed Sleepy, Doc Rivers. I'm thinking we're going to be pretty good. We're 23-17 at the deadline. Hakeem, I wish he was scoring a little bit more, kind of. I mean, Sleepy Floyd's having a scoring year. Reggie's getting some buckets in. Only thing I can say is I don't want these guys shooting the ball as much. So, Doc Rivers, I don't want you shooting the ball that much either. Rick Carlisle's fine, of course. Chris Mullen can touch the ball more. Hakeem can touch the ball more. Let's do that. Do that. Tendencies actually changed a bit, which I'm kind of confused about. Alright, so Reggie Miller should not be having the green light like that early on. Not gonna lie. That should be a little bit better. Hakeem realistically should be our best player, so Hakeem should be the person who's, playing the best. It just makes more sense to me. And our injury bugs, kind of crazy, but they are looking like a winning team at the least. I feel like this team on paper would win, definitely. I mean, Hakeem, Dennis Rodman, Mullen. Oh yeah. Hopefully Larry Bird does win MVP because I'm gonna feel some type of way. I'm gonna have to like. Oh, all right, I have to veto. Larry Bird would not average that much every single year, so it's not going to Len Bias. He's on the Seattle Supersonics. 25, 10 and 6. It's okay. It's good, but still, um, I would probably. I mean, we don't want to give the Karl Malone, do we either, bro? I don't actually know. All right, look. In this universe, okay, somehow. All right, you know what? We'll let Larry Bird keep it. All right, we'll let Larry Bird keep it. All right. Let me. I gotta just see this trade. Somehow. Okay, so Dominique Wilkins just signed with the Nets. Wow. All right, so we are the 6th seed in the playoffs. Probably gonna get bounced, and actually we do make it past the first round. First round of Hakeem's career is against the Larry Bird led Boston Celtics here, which is kind of insane. But Hakeem here, first season, 25, 15, fourth, first playoff career. I mean, Sleepy Floyd was doing great. Reggie Miller, okay. Chris Mullin, okay. Dennis Rodman, honestly fine. But we're probably going to get packed up by the Bucks. So, short-lived, but it's all right. At least we know we're somewhat there. Sonics with Len Bias takes the chip. Who do the Sonics have? Gus Williams, Roosevelt Chapman, Tom Chambers, Jack Sigma, Len Bias. I mean, the team is good overall. There is a few things I'm going to do while y'all are watching. So, tendency to dish to open man for Larry Bird. I feel like he's kind of averaging a crazy amount of assists. So sadly, we're gonna have to do it like this, and we're gonna have to do it like that. I do know Larry Bird is a very good passer. I just 9+ assists every single career or season is kind of crazy. And he's realistically just gotten better every year somehow. Another thing we are going to change real quick is going to be Len Bias, because Len Bias is a typical person in a sim that they tend to go a little bit crazy. So as you can see, 99 is his cap. 99 should not be his cap. It's just realistically he never got to play. There was some reports that he's supposed to be as good as Jordan, but there was never nothing like, you can never confirm it. Anyways, Kareem does retire. Junior Bridgman retires. A lot of different players retire here. Hall of Fame, just Kareem. Historic changes. Yes, we will be having the 2 new expansion teams. The Heat and the Hornets are going to enter the league. Draft lottery, yet again, probably not even in it. We get, I don't even see me. We get pick number 19. Bullets get 1. Suns 2. Pistons 3. Not really in it, but that's all right. You know what? I think it's time we get a real coach. I would say. I think it's definitely time. I don't know who Rick Adelman thinks he is, but I guess he thinks he's worth all that. Jeez, man. Come on, man. I do not want to bring Mac Rollins back. Please don't let me bring Mac Rollins back. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We're gonna have to bring back Collins back. Guys, we're gonna have to... Oh no. Is there any other real person? Please. I don't know who Mason Woods is, but bro has some crazy stats, and yeah, it don't matter. Alright. Expansion Protect. Rick Carlisle's the only one. Honestly. Yeah, that's fine. Are they even gonna take Rick Carlisle? Yeah, they do. Alright, well, they did take Rick Carlisle, so he's no longer part of my team. So I'm gonna user pick number 19. We're gonna go ahead and trade it. It's just there's nothing here. We're gonna try to pack it up and get a piece. So I really don't like any of these trade packages, I'm gonna be honest. Honestly. We're not trying to make them better, but they're there. The Utah Jazz, Sacramento Kings. That's the 89. We don't really care about 89, I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna do this trade with the Nets. Then we're gonna go ahead and take our second round pick, which is gonna turn out to be Steve Kerr. We're literally building the St. Louis Chicago Bulls. Welcome. Hakeem, buddy. My big boy. You're gonna take a pay cut. That's all I'm saying. You're just gonna take a pay cut. We still got Sleepy on the contract. We still got Steve. We still got Reggie. Still got Chris. Still got Cedric. Still got Dennis. Still got Horace. So technically, we need a shooting guard. And then, hey, Gerald Wilkins is back here, man. I like the idea of Danny Ainge, actually. 500K for 3 years. I love that. Hakeem is prepared to accept an offer from the Pacers. Hakeem, I literally gave you more than that, dude. Okay. So we're gonna have to match Hakeem. I probably realistically did not give him more than that because, yeah. But hey. Hakeem is gonna come back. And we got Doc Rivers under a cap hold, so that's also pretty good. And yeah, it's probably all who we're gonna be able to afford. Because in every simulation, money is a problem. Hakeem staying at a 95 right now. Chris Mullin up to a 91. Reggie Miller up to an 86. Rodman up to an 85. Then Sleepy still at 83. Horace Grant up to an 82. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's a step in the right direction. Definitely a step in the right direction. We've only been simming for maybe an hour and a half. So next up is the 89 draft class. Mitch Richmond, I believe. Or am I tripping? Is that 90? I might be tripping. I think I'm tripping. No, I'm definitely tripping. But yeah, Tim Hardaway. Would not hate to somehow land Tim Hardaway. Mookie Blaylock, also Pooh Richardson, also might be pretty good. So you know, let's go see how this year turns out. Any good we'll sign Mitchell Williams. Yeah, let's just simulate. So again, we're gonna hope we can get Hakeem into some conversations. I think it'd be pretty cool if we could somehow get Hakeem to be like one of the greatest players ever. I mean, he already is in real life, but I meant like in the sim, maybe we could turn him into an actual GOAT. Sleepy Floyd ain't really doing much for us. We might trade him at the trade deadline. At the end of the day, we're going to try to be successful, but the simulation is going to choose how we win and lose no matter what. So, let's see. Sleepy. He's still worth $1 million, basically. Way I'm thinking about it, maybe we get a better player in. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. None of these trades really necessarily speak to me. Oscar Schmidt kind of got messed up. I'm not gonna lie. He should be way better, but he's not because I suck. We want to trade that should make us better on paper, but we also don't want to take on too much money. Maybe we just keep Sleepy. I mean, contract extensions. We have a ton of 1 years, and we're not going to be able to extend any of them, at least regularly. So yeah, we're just gonna have to keep this team. Hopefully, the injuries just stop. You know, that'd be nice. But we're still a winning team technically, but okay. I can't actually make this up. I legit can't make this up. Like, multiple of our people just tear their bones and break them. Like, how am I supposed to win basketball games? Len Bias is an MVP, and I already nerfed him. I guess I didn't nerf him too much. Rookie of the Year, Danny Manning. Sixth Man of the Year, Scottie Pippen, who actually went to Chicago. I didn't realize that. Hakeem, his third Defensive Player of the Year. Pretty good. Hakeem is All-NBA second team. There is All-NBA third team now, but none of our guys. All-NBA first or defensive first team for Hakeem, and that's it. We are now in the West, and we are the 5th seed. Look, guys, I don't know what's going on. I don't necessarily get how this team is doing as bad as it's doing. I feel like it's not bad, but something is not. Something is not something. You know what I'm saying? Like, first off, I don't even know. Individual training, like, should we just change this? Like, why? Okay, first off, why is Reggie Miller make you an all-around? Chris Mullin, let's make you a offensive. Hakeem, let's get you to be a two-way. Dennis Rodman is focusing on defense. I want Dennis Rodman to start focusing on rebounding again. Alright, then yeah, I guess we'll go to that. Do we want to shorten up rotations? Yeah, Cedric Maxwell's injured, so that's gonna cause us a bit of problems, definitely. But let's go ahead, just try to simulate. If we lose, we lose. We win, we win. We do actually win, but now we're against the first seed, which we do lose in 7. And the Rockets go ahead and go on to win. Nice. Alvin Adams got a championship. Cedric Maxwell got forced into retiree from a torn left ACL. Ouch, man. And we get more expansion teams. We got the Orlando Magic and the Minnesota Timberwolves coming in. So, wonder where we'll get moved to now. We ain't got no type top pick, so that's alright. We do got pick 19 yet again for the second year in a row. I've been trying to wait to see if, like, you know, previous players would get put onto the list. Head scout, honestly, pretty important. CJ Miles, sure. Assistant GM, sure. CFO, sure. Team doctor, they're all pretty trash, to be honest. But hey, it don't matter. You know what does matter? Not having real coaches in this game. I wanted to be able to put every real coach. I've been begging 2K. No cap. That is a real thing. I have been begging 2K to be able to put, like, I will go out my way and make the I will go out my way and make them. Like, that's basically what it comes down to. I will go out my way and make every real coach for every team. And yeah. Expansion protect. I'm not gonna lie. Do we want to trust in Steve Kerr? Probably not. So, like, yeah, I guess let's just keep them. Oh, he was actually selected. That's honestly a shock. So, let's see, guys. We need a point guard. So, do we actually have Sleepy Floyd under contract to trade yet? Technically, no. We might as well wait. So, let's go ahead and select. I don't want to select a single person here. I'm not gonna lie. Let's go see if we could try to trade this for anything. Yeah, I'll take two different things from the Phoenix Suns there, as we still take Jaren Jackson Sr. Perfect. I believe Sleepy Floyd declined his player option, did he not? He did. Man, that means we got options, don't we? I mean, Sleepy Floyd realistically didn't play bad for us, but if we could afford, like, maybe a Michael Adams, I would not be too against that. Real quick, we got Reggie Miller. We still got our Dennis Rodman. We do need to bring back Chris Mullin. Yeah, we need to bring back Chris Mullin, so he can definitely come back. I don't see how he's worth more than Hakeem, but yeah, we're gonna have to match his contract, definitely. Let's renounce the rights on all of them, and bam. So we are bringing Chris Mullin and Michael Adams in. Yes, we did. All right, so Michael Adams, Reggie, Mullin, Rodman, Grant, Hakeem, Romay. We need a backup point guard, a decent backup shooting guard, and a decent backup small forward. And we should be good. Byron Scott. I would not hate having you on our team here. And then small forward. I mean, 34-year-old Greg Ballard is kind of insane, I'm not going to lie. But we're still going to go ahead and pick up maybe Ricky Ross here. Shout out Ricky Ross, I guess. Give him a player option, see if we can get them. Byron Scott went to the Chicago Bulls, kind of unlucky. Sarunas? Oh, man, I would have loved Sarunas. I would have loved Sarunas. Alright, so Trent Tucker. We did sign Ricky Ross there. And it didn't let me sign Trent Tucker because I went past him. And now he don't want to sign with me at all. Hey man, y'all better start signing. I skip. All right, yep, yeah. It keeps doing that. All right. I mean, look. Realistically, on paper, the team ain't good. But what do y'all expect? We're an expansion team. We're trying to realistically rebuild it. We're not trying to cheese too much out of the expansion, and you know, y'all can say this isn't as realistic, but I'm at the same time, I'm not trying to overdo too much things in the process, trying to think basically what can go wrong or what can go right. So like right now, we definitely don't have a backup point guard. So free agent wise, we ain't got no free agents in here. So what is the plan? Well, if we have no backup shooting guard, we have some small forwards. We got some we got some things here. So we do got 8'6", 2.5 next to Dennis Rodman. So what if we looked to trade Dennis Rodman? And let's say we trade Dennis Rodman. We look around. I did want to keep Rodman. Maybe we could win a chip with him. But since we have Horace Grant, really is no reason to keep Dennis Rodman as a main piece. We could just trade him, get someone else of maybe some value back. Maybe someone, so like here, we could get a James Worthy for Rodman. Have Worthy come off the bench, also get a first round pick, and have it be there. Honestly, I am liking that idea. I do like the idea of the Trailblazers, but not Ben Coleman necessarily. Sam Perkins, too much money. So it would have to be, I mean, a team with a top rated chance, I guess. The Jazz are also looking pretty good, but I would want to get a little bit more. I mean, maybe I do this from the Lakers. Do they accept that, or do they counter trade it? No, but they'll give me the fan of Strowski or Orlando Lamb. He's making 198. They would want a second again from Phoenix. You know, we're gonna make that trade. So we're gonna go ahead and trade Dennis Rodman off. So now we have a backup 2 in Ricky Ross here, a backup 3 in Stefan for now, or Stefane. I don't know how to fully pronounce it. James Worthy is going to come off the bench and still do his thing. We should try to probably look for another center. And then we're going to make Jaren Jackson a backup point guard, even though we don't have a actual backup point guard. Bill Winnington, go ahead and sign you to a deal. Don't believe there's any other point guard I think we could even look around for as a backup. We probably could look at some, but realistically, there's not going to be a lot to work with, and a lot of them are probably going to either be expensive or not have a lot of room to work with in terms of money. So, yeah, we'll keep looking through real quick. I mean, this team's got a bunch of stuff going on, alright? I don't know what's going on over there, but cool. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna really find any cards around here that are gonna be on multi-year contracts that are gonna be easy for me to trade for. Somehow Spud Webb dropped to a 57 over. What is happening in this sim? I don't have storylines on, do I? Because storylines are supposed to be off. Yeah, no, so draft storylines are off. So yeah, something in this sim has made him just be nothing. Our 2K Sims for you. So we could go out our way and just get straight up a first round pick for. Jeez, Andrew Tooney. He fell. I mean, we can go get a top 10 protected in 92. Honestly, I'm gonna take the chance on this Bullets pick from Othell Wilson here. We're gonna then sign, I guess, Tony White to a contract. Yeah. Bench utilization 45, lineup performance factor 70, run plays frequency go 85, help defense 40, young to old 45, standard playbook because we're not running a playbook anymore because yeah, just run the 86 Celtics just because system proficiency doesn't really matter. Ew. That was disgusting. I hate when they do that, but now we have Lucas, I guess. First game, they do win. Damn. I mean, look. If this team, I mean, we got Hakeem holding it down. We got Mullen. We got Miller. We got Horace Grant, Michael Adams, James Worthy as a 6-man. Of course, after that, it's kind of bad. But look, there ain't much I can do. All right, the money is a problem. The money is really a problem. I promise. Really do promise. I'm gonna turn back on my air conditioner because realistically, y'all shouldn't be able to hear that. I'll make sure I'm gonna check, but yeah, y'all shouldn't be able to hear it. Yeah, I'm completely right. Y'all can't hear that, so it got way too loud in my room. Team's off to a great start though, 21-10, and there's the injuries. Yep, there's the things that put us down. Although for a 6-man, they're playing very good, and honestly, for the PlayStation to be simming, and honestly, does not sim that slow. James Worthy, you're gonna resign. I'm willing to resign you, but can you? Okay, at least he resigned for a little bit cheaper. Fernando Romay, I'll re-sign you to a minimum. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. And the contracts. That's what always gets people in these rebuilds. But it looks like, at least how the team is somewhat winning, it looks like it paid off a little bit to be patient and wait. I mean, this is what, 6 years into the sim, and yeah, the team is now starting to win a bit more games than losing. Looks like they're getting it together. Hakeem already has established himself as a top 5 defensive player in the league. If you want to argue one, you could argue Sidney Moncrief. Wouldn't matter. Oh, but yeah, this team turned it around. 59-23 D-Rob, MVP. Dino, Rookie of the Year. Cliff Robinson and D-Rob, or Cliff Robinson, 6-man. D-Rob also Defensive Player of the Year, 29, 14 a game. So I wonder what the difference is from David Robinson to Muggsy Bogues. Okay. Dang, Hakeem is not even in the. I mean, he's on the all defensive team, but he's not even in the third team. So I wonder. I do just want to check. What's the difference of why David Robinson? Okay, so David Robinson, I would assume if I look at tendencies and stuff, is like the only person with the highest amount of shooting. Yeah. So if we wanted, per se, Hakeem to match that, he would have to be maybe like that, maybe on that. Chris Mullin would have to be a little bit down. Miller be a little bit down. Horace Grant, I don't think really I care about scoring as much. Michael Adams, yeah. James Worthy, yeah. Ricky Ross, I mean, yeah. I think the amount of touches people get, and then, of course, the amount of shots everyone else takes is what it goes to. I still want Hakeem to be able to score. I still want Chris Mullin, like he was, to be able to score. Same with Reggie. We are the first seed. But y'all know we're not going to really pay attention. We're just going to sim. And we do lose to the eventual championships, or champions, in Lakers. But I would say that did not pay off anymore. I would say that did not pay off, as this loud-ass car that drives by every morning is going to go by. And I'm going to mute my mic for a second and go through until that car hopefully passes. I apologize for the convenience. Alright, so it sounded like they just stopped their car. We do have projected pick number 10 via Atlanta. If we somehow get that, we probably won't. Houston does land in the 12th. We're going to just try to watch to see if we somehow get a pick in here. Denver does go to 11. I believe 10 is the Atlanta pick. Don't know if it's projected or a lottery protected. But, oh, the Bombers have moved into the top 3. Wait a minute. Was this a pick protected? Do y'all remember if the Atlanta pick was protected? I can't remember if the Atlanta pick was protected. Oh my gosh. Wait, we might have just got we might have just got a top 3. Yeah, I would not be mad about that if we can. Clippers, they get 6 or 7. 6, 7. Oh, my bad. Warriors top to 3. So yeah, it's gonna be me, Heat, and Warriors top 3. Interesting. I wonder if that Atlanta pick is protected. I have a really bad feeling that the Atlanta pick is protected, and I'm gonna regret it. I mean, I don't even think this is a great draft necessarily, but I'm assuming we're gonna be at 3, or it's gonna belong to Atlanta. Oh, the Heat and Bombers. Oh man, that's gonna be where we win the lottery. No, we do fall to 2, And it is our pick. We also have pick 27, so interesting. Wonder who we made that trade with. Any real? Ooh, Matt Hill is on the board now. Can we? I just fired my boy. Brought us to the first seed. Just for Matt Hill to basically tell us no. I feel kind of bad. Lucas, you want to come back, buddy? Yeah, he's gonna sign. So we'll bring Lucas back for a more expensive contract. Which draft is this again? Oh. All right. So we do have options. We could potentially get Gary Payton here. If we get Gary Payton, we'll have to re-sign back Reggie. We'll have to re-sign back Horace Grant. We still have James Worthy. We still have Chris Mullin. We still have Hakeem. Yeah, I think we just see who they draft first. Miami Heat, they do select Hank Gathers. I think we take it smart here. And we take Gary Payton as a point guard replacement. And then pick 27 here. Honestly, Tyrone Hill. That's a beautiful pickup. We're perfectly fine with that. And we're going to go ahead and keep continuing. Jaren Jackson, we're not going to offer the extension on. None of these players either. Or the qualifying offers, I should say. Not going to offer them. So, we do have Michael Adams under contract. We got Gary Payton. We got Reggie Miller. We got Ricky Ross. Chris Mullin. We got Horace Grant, James Worthy, Tyrone Hill. So maybe a backup small and a backup center, Jay Vincent here. Let's go 2 years player option. Hopefully that gets him. And let's go older, Wayne Cooper, 2-year player option. Hopefully we can also get them. And it looks like we are going to bring both of them in. Yeah, I don't really care. I mean, I'll match Stefan because Stefan because he's a higher overall and he's less money. So, let's get a third string shooting guard and a third string point guard signed. This is going to be just in case TR done for the defensive abilities. I will gladly take. So yeah, hopefully they both sign with us as we do get to both of them. So perfect free agency, honestly. Hakeem 94, Reggie up to a 93, Mullin 91. We got Horace Grant, we got Michael Adams, James Worthy, we got a young Gary Payton on the rise. I mean, this team is starting to come a little bit better. Not the draft I would have preferred to have a top pick in, but still pretty good for what it's worth. So we're going to go ahead and give it to the 91. I'll take it, honestly. We're going to go ahead and real quick cut because this clip has been like an hour long. We'll be right back. All right, so just a quick little cut. Literally did not do anything. We're just going to go ahead and actually, we're not going to continue the simulation. What is our coaching on? Oh, yeah, I did change him. Yeah. Yo, Lucas is going to hold it down for us. Lucas is going to hold it down. If I put it to 9-man, does that even out the minutes a little bit? Who doesn't get play time, basically? Yeah, I'm fine with that. All right. 9-man. Hakeem. I'm going to show the world that you've been here the whole time. Got drafted in '84. We're about to go to the '91 draft. It's about to be your seventh season, I believe. We can also kind of confirm that. Yep, 7 seasons. He's never been offensively crazy, but I think that's fine. We still got two 22 point per game scores next to him. James Worthy off the bench. Worst cases, we maybe have to cut down on scoring on one player. Like maybe we try to trade a Reggie Miller and for Chris Mullin and focus on defense, or maybe we just, you know, take it smooth, let the game play, let our legends retire. I'm not too worried about it. At the end of the day, we're gonna try to win, of course, but it's not too deep. We got 70 plus years of simulation, so I don't think we should be in a rush. Lush one. And then let's see, we got Romay again. I mean, if he wants to keep signing back for a minimum, I'm not gonna tell him no. Keeps back for another. Hakeem is definitely gonna be that one piece that we do keep for his career. Hopefully we do get Hakeem some rings though. This team can clearly win. 60, 64 and 13, 65 and 13. Like, this team can win, guys. Larry Bird back to being an MVP at the age of 34 and gathers Rookie of the Year. Orlando. Hakeem back to defensive player. Rod Strickland. Lucas Coach of the Year. Clyde Drexler up in the All-NBA first team. All-NBA second team. We got Hakeem. I keep hearing noise behind me and I'm tripping low key. Oh, Hakeem changed his name. Hakeem changed his name to Hakeem to Hakeem. Alright, cool. So, Lakers, you're up first. James Worthy is still injured for 1 to 2 weeks. So is Romay, but I feel like that doesn't necessarily matter as we get past them. No problem. Suns, we barely get past them, and now we're against the Jazz. Larry Nance, Joe Djokovic, Adrian Danley, Mark Eaton. Can they do it? Can they do it? Up, and we are in the finals against Larry Bird. Hakeem's first ever playoff appearance was as in the East, as we're up 3-0. Bam! Hakeem is a champion, so that's 1 championship, 7 years. Who retired with a ring? T.R. Dunn did. I'm kind of mad he kind of retired, but I'm not mad. Okay, I'm not mad. Wow. We do get a ring 7 years into the sim. Draft lottery again. Of course, we aren't up here for anything, so we're gonna go ahead and just skip. We do have the 22nd pick and the 28th. Looks pretty good to me. Yeah, we're just gonna continue on here. NBA draft. Let's see here. What do we have under contract? We do got all 3 of our point guards. We're gonna re-sign Reggie Miller back, but we're probably gonna want to sign a shooting guard and probably a backup small forward. We'll sign Horace Grant back. So yeah, we're probably gonna want a shooting guard and a small forward if we can. So Richard Dumas, welcome to the team as a small forward. And we're going to go ahead and take Kevin Lynch. Really good overseas player at the 28th pick. And then we're going to go ahead and take LaRon Ellis. That should perfectly
refill back our players, and including the players that actually just, well, signed back. So cool. So let's see, we're gonna sign back Reggie Miller, so that's 2 shooting guards there, so that's gonna be 1 more. Small forwards, we have all of them. Power forwards, we don't have all of them. But, or which power forward are we missing? Oh, yeah, okay, no. So we're gonna be dropping, or we're gonna be trying to trade Wayne Cooper real quick for maybe a second, or maybe a pick from the Bulls. Yeah, we'll take that. So Horace Grant, we're gonna sign back Reggie Miller first. Front 5 years, 3 mil. Player option. Let's just do flat, actually. We'll offer Reggie Miller that. And we'll offer him a flat 2-year, 220 team option. Reggie Miller and Horace Grant did agree to that. So we'll bring those 2 back. Might as well bring back the core we just want to ring with. Makes sense. So we do have Michael Adams, we got Gary Payton, we got Jerry Sitching, we got Reggie, Ricky Ross, Kevin Lynch, Mullins, Richard Dumas, Jay Vincent, we got Horace Grant, James Worthy, and Tyrone Hill. And we got Hakeem, Fernando, and LaRon Ellis. I'm not gonna lie, I think I'd rather have like a Danny Shays, even a LaSalle Thompson also. Even one of them I'll be happy with. Steve Johnson can't afford. So yeah, can't afford anything, but it's all good. Hakeem back up to a 95, Reggie up to a 94, Mullen 93, Grant 86, Michael Adams is starting to go down, Gary Payton starting to go up, Tyrone Hill also starting to go up, and we're going to be on the last draft of this account until I got to start cutting before every draft, because yeah, as you can see, 92 ends right here. So we do have 1 ring in 7 years. We are entering, of course, the Jordan era, quote, according to 2K. So yeah, the next expansion reminder will be 1 team to take place in 1993, being the Providence Steamrollers. So that expansion will be happening in 2 more years. Other than that, let's go ahead and just continue the simulation. We still got another about 80 years to go. Mind y'all, this video is probably going to be roughly a couple hours. I doubt it's going to be anything shorter. But it's alright. I'm sitting here putting in the hours, I guess. Trade deadline not needed. Should we get in to watch some games? I don't know. I feel like we might want to get in and watch some games. What would y'all feel about watching some games? What should be the goal for what should be the main goal? How many rings should we try to at least win? Maybe like 50 out of the, as long as we can go. I'm thinking like 50 honestly sounds really good. Alright, so we're re-signing all of our core pieces, I guess. Worst cases, we can always end up trading these players. Bro, May just signs a minimum every single year, dude. It's kind of crazy. May really does just sign a new thing every single year. My bad. Trying to. I don't think we're gonna watch anything, but we definitely need to get into some more trading or something. I think the goal is 50 rings, bare minimum. So that's what we're gonna try to accomplish here. It only took me 8 seasons in to realize that, as Hakeem walks away with the MVP, the Kimbe Rookie of the Year, Orlando six-man, averaging 23 a night. Hakeem is another Defensive Player of the Year. Lionel Simmons, Lucas, and oh, look at that! Would you look at that? What a what a goated. Hold on. Mark my words. I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna be part of the thumbnail. I just know that this is gonna be part of the thumbnail. I let me just save this real quick. Rock with that. I rock with that. The face scan's not there all the way, but I rock with that. We're just gonna sim. They lose, they win, they win. We know how this goes. And yeah, Hakeem. Oh my God, Hakeem with 27 and 15. That's 2 rings for Hakeem. I guess the patience paid off for the team. This is how you build. We're projected the 5th pick via New Jersey, the 10th pick via Washington. We're actually going to watch this just to see if we somehow go crazy in the Shaq lottery. Wouldn't know what to do there. I mean, we made the trades prior, so it's not like we really cheesed anything. Plus, we're playing on a higher trade difficulty, so hey, they offered us that, and the Bullets do get the 10th pick there, so I do believe that means we don't get that, but we do get the 3rd pick from the New Jersey Nets in the 1992 draft. Wow, that is insane. Just the like, dude, this is crazy. I mean, we're gonna end up with at least one good player. I'm gonna assume Shaq goes number 1. Yeah, to the Milwaukee Bucks. Number 2 is the Pistons are going to be taking Alonzo Mourning, so we are up at 3, and we have options. So, I think to try to keep on to this momentum of, really good teams, I think we make James Worthy a backup 3, and we take Christian Laettner here. I love that pickup. Pick up Brent Price too, sure. Harold Ellis, sure. Keith Towers, sure. Okay, we got too many picks, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, we're not gonna sign any of them, but we are gonna sign Brent Price, I think, and we're just gonna sign Christian Laettner. We're gonna accept Tyrone Hill. Wow. Okay. Okay, wow. So we got 2 point guards still. We got 3 shooting guards. We do have 2 small forwards, but we did say we're gonna make James Worthy small forward now. Yeah, so we need a good backup center and a 3rd string point guard. I mean, Danny Shays, if you want to come join, that'd be fine with me. Steve Kerr, do you want to? Okay, now Jim West, Avery Johnson, John Bagley. Yep, we can sign John Bagley. I don't know what difference it makes. And we can offer Tim McCormick a contract. So we do get Tim McCormick and John Bagley, and Danny Shays chooses to go somewhere else.
I don't know why you would choose to go somewhere else where we just won 2 championships in a row. But what do I know? So now our team is pretty set. We did just get Christian Laettner. Still not a great center rotation, but I don't think we can be hating. Gary Payton up to an 84. That's really it right now. Horace Grant's kind of peaked. Mullins kind of peaked. Reggie's kind of peaked. Hakeem's kind of peaked. But I'm pretty sure that's okay. We're going to be cutting here, of course, because we got to go get the next draft class. But I'll see y'all in a second. Alright, so fresh off 2 chips, let's get straight back into the simulation. I trust the team. I trust Lucas. For some reason, it just took them, 7 years in to really lock in. But now that they are, I have no fear in my mind. Still got a solid core. We have a solid bench unit too. So it did take some time. It did take some contracts. Hakeem, I think, is now, one of the best centers in NBA history. If not, I think he might already be considered the best center in NBA history. I do know there's Wilt and Bill Russell as of now. I mean, there's still players like Nate Thurmond, Dave Cowens, but I mean, at this point, Hakeem's got what? 5 Defensive Player of the Year pluses, an MVP, 2 chips, 2 Finals MVPs. Look, man, I'm just saying, at some point, he's got to be in the discussions. So, Ricky Ross, you're going to re-sign, please. Romay, again, you want to keep... Yo, look, if Romay is going to keep resigning every time, I mean, he doesn't even play. Right, it's probably a waste of contract space, but dude, he's our guy. He's just there. He's every vet on an NBA team. He's just chilling there for our rooks. You know what I'm saying? He's good. Michael Adams, dislocated right patella. Gary Payton's gonna have a big load to carry. Pause. In the playoffs, Karl Malone, MVP, 32, 16, 7, 2 and 2 a night. Beautiful. Shaq, Rookie of the Year, wearing number 50. Orlando Orange, another 6-man. Who is he coming off the bench behind? And why is he still consistently that good? Karl Malone, Defensive Player of the Year. Sean Kemp, Most Improved. Lucas over there as the key all NBA second team. Who is on? Oh, he's behind Scott. Oh my god. Look, Pippen, 28 of them. Jeez, man. God gosh. It's crazy. And Hakeem's got his 3rd ring. Yeah, that's how you win games. Hakeem is showing all of you. We will be having a expansion team come in next year. I did say 93, but I did the math and it's supposed to be 94 to even it out a little bit better. So we will have an expansion team next year. So that is that. Staff signing. I mean, head scout, sure. Assistant GM. Yeah, just sign all of these. Team doctor. Yeah, just sign you, dude. Come on, let's go. All right, NBA draft. Y'all already know we're not going to trade for anything. We got pick 14 actually, which is pretty good. Actually, maybe we do. Maybe we do look to trade it. I mean, something like this is too good to give up right now. So we'll take that future first.
I don't think we need anything. We still got point guards on the contract. We still would have shooting guards on the contract. We still would have small forwards on the contract. Same with powers and same with centers. So I mean, reality, I think we just let the AI go and we don't sign anything. So yeah, we'll accept everything back, and that should be our full team back, I believe. 3 point guards, 3 shootings, 3 smalls, 3 powers, and 3 centers. That's how I like to keep my team, by the way. I like to keep it even 3 of each, just in case they change it up. Yeah. Gary Payton, 85. Is there a reason Gary Payton's not jumping up as much? Okay, so his peak age was not supposed to be there yet. That's exactly why. So 2K changed his peak age for some reason. Because he's just now 25. He's been in the league for 3 years, so his peak age should have started at 26. But, or 20, yeah, 26, but because we'll put it to 26 and hopefully he gets a little bit better, because this is not the Gary Payton we want. That's one thing I'm doing and we're working on new rosters, is I'm definitely fixing things like this when players like that need to get fixed. So yeah, so we're gonna cut here. Just know the things I'm gonna do while we're cut, I'm gonna load in the 94 draft class, and then I'm going to load in the next expansion team in that little middle. So I will see y'all in a second while we get that done. Alright, so right back into it, of course. Going ahead back to the simulation. Hakeem been on a tear. 3 rings. Took him 7 years to get the first. Just to double check, we are on his 10th year now. So he's 10 years in, 3 rings. Same with Chris Mullin, 9 years in, 3 rings. Miller, 7 years in, 3 rings. Payton, 4 years in, 3 rings. He's also starting to get a little bit more touches, a little bit more scoring done. Horace Grant's still around doing his thing. Christian Laettner, arguably a worse rebounder, but a better scorer. Michael Adams, sitting here and taking a lot of money up. And that's probably what we're going to look around in here for, is a Michael Adams trade. Free up some of our money, maybe downgrade just a little bit of overalls or something. Nothing too crazy, hopefully. So like we could take a Winston Garland from the Celtics and a 97 first. We could take a Bulls 95 and Reggie Theus for 1 year. Could go get Dennis Rodman back from the Hawks. That'd be pretty funny, but we're not going to go and do that. Doc Rivers from the Miami Heat with a pick. Something we could definitely do. I'm thinking something along this line, but could we maybe get like 2 seconds? They're going to counter offer it. They want my LA Lakers first round unprotected for their 97 unprotected, but I don't want to do that necessarily. Could I get 1 extra second for this? No, they would still want a first. I don't really want to give that much up. I'd be fine maybe throwing off Kevin Lynch here. They can't afford that. So if we do want to trade Michael Adams, we could, but we're gonna actually just let him rock off for the season. I mean, we're a 3P champion. I feel like trading Michael Adams at the peak of our championship like dynasty would be kind of stupid, as we do just go 21-0 before we took our first loss there, which is kind of impressive. But of course, this is where somebody else is going to start rolling in. Our team's not perfect at the end of the day. So Michael Adams will look one more time around. He is willing to re-sign, which is a plus. So is Hakeem, so is Reggie. So I mean, it is a possibility. We do have now more trade offers for sure, though. When it comes to him, not gonna lie, there ain't no trade that's looking too good. So we're probably gonna keep him. Contract extensions. Hakeem will resign, so will you, so will Chris Mullin. We can resign them next year. We can resign him next year. We can resign him next year. And then, yeah, these guys we cannot re-sign, so we will keep them to their minimums. James Worthy. I mean, he accepted a 610 offer at that point. Yeah, Michael Adams. Yeah, Michael Adams wants a bag, so he'll probably be getting traded within the offseason. Hakeem is the only one I'm willing to lock up right away. And yes, he did do it for way cheaper, but I'm willing to lock up Hakeem straight away. That way he doesn't go anywhere. And honestly, Reggie Miller, will also lock him up. Chris Mullin, I mean, can we get you for like 165? No. What about 472? No. Alright, Chris Mullin's being kind of stingy. Chris Mullin's being kind of stingy. I mean, Chris, we're trying to build a championship team here, dude. Maybe we're trading Chris Mullin. I think we're going to be looking into trading Chris Mullin and Michael Adams for next year. Just if Chris Mullin's not willing to take a pay cut, I mean, at this point, Reggie Miller is better than him. Hakeem's better than him. They both took pay cuts. So for Mullin, we'll let him walk, or we won't let him walk, but we will trade next year. And yeah, that's what we'll do. We also will not bring back Michael Adams, more than likely, because he's basically going to be old and done, and he's going to expect $2+ million. Horace Grant breaks his left elbow right before the playoffs. Not what you really want to see, but that's all right. Yeah, this team is crazy. 73-9. Karl Malone, another MVP. Chris Webber, Rookie of the Year. Orlando Woolridge, another 6-man. Dave Robinson, Dean Floyd, Jim Jackson, Lucas. Yep. And yeah, let's just go ahead and go through. We all know. Yeah. Hakeem, man, he's on a tear. Hakeem is in fact on a tear. We just seen a lot of legends retire there. League meetings, add new team. Yes, the worst team has a 25% chance of the one pick. Yes, teams with the same record will share the same odds of obtaining a top 3 pick. Sure, I guess players will be awarded free throws when fouled on a 3-point attempt. Yes. League realignment, we let them do that. And draft lottery now. Let's see here. Bang. 76ers win the draft lottery. Nice. We do got 20 from LA. And then we got our own at 29. Not really anyone in the draft class I'm too, crazy about. We might as well just look for Lucas back. I mean, Lucas has held it down. Lucas is rejecting our offer. He's been a championship coach with us for hella long, but Nathan Source, I mean, oh boy, are we really gonna struggle to find a coach? Are we generally gonna struggle to find a coach? Maybe we try back Lucas one more time. I don't even see him. I think Lucas signed somewhere else. That's that hurts. Lucas just won 6 rings with us, and he said he's out. Um, very confused via Lucas, but I guess we'll hopefully find maybe. I don't even know. You know what? We're just gonna let them because at that point. Okay, so no, we're not gonna protect. We're not gonna. I mean, actually, hold on. This is a way. If I leave James Worthy, I could get off of that money. I could very well get off of that money. Fernando Romeo, or we'll bring Fernando back in. We'll actually let James Worthy roll. That way, we actually save up some of that money. And then NBA draft wise, who's this draft again? This is Jason Kidd, Grant Hill, right? Yeah. So, hear me out, right? It'd be crazy to maybe trade Chris Mullin for the first overall pick. Acquire $4 million more. I mean, who do they have that they could offer me? That wouldn't even be. They're probably not even gonna take Grant Hill. Actually, they take Jason Kidd. So Sonics take Grant Hill. The Sonics are a rough team because yeah, Len Bias is still here. I mean, they wouldn't even do this straight up. All right, let's try to trade Michael Adams and pick 20. Can we get anything like crazy good, or should I just? They want to trade me James Worthy back. You know what? We're gonna go ahead and just select. And that was probably for the best. We're gonna take Wesley Persons here. Nice little shooter. Anthony Miller as well. Cool. And then Jim McIlvain. Yeah, sure. We're not going to sign either of you. We'll sign Wesley Persons. We'll bring back Richard Dumas for sure. Bring back Christian Leitner. Gary Payton and Tyrone Hill can be offered. That's a for certain. So Gary Payton, you're going to be coming back. Give you a flat 396. Tyrone Hill, give you a front player option. And then I'm guessing that's all we really need. Gary Payton back. We'll need a third point guard. We'll need a third small forward. Yeah, we'll need a third small forward. And we still need a center. So, like, Gary Payton. Gary Payton. That's a lot of money you want, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That's a lot of money you want. Yikes. That was a lot of money. We need a third string point guard, a third string small forward, and a second string uh, center. Like how we can never afford anybody. I love it. I absolutely love it. Xavier McDaniel was here. Sure. Pick up Xavier McDaniel and Bill Wennington. Nope, can't afford him. Can't afford him. We can't offer him a contract at least. Please, hopefully, we get them. Nope, Mark Akers decides not to. Don't y'all just love when you have no money? We do have a lot of money in our main like lineup though, so I can't really sit here and complain as much. Interesting. If we put Tyrone Hill to a backup, yeah, we can let Tyrone Hill run that. Christian Laettner and Horace Grant there. Still got our 3 small forwards. Got our 3 shooting guards, and we'd only have 2 point guards. So let's try to get a third point guard in. It's just, tough because how do I know who I can sign or not? I mean, it says I can only sign people for the league minimum of 160. And yet, everyone I've offered doesn't. I don't know. But all right, we got everybody. Let's go ahead. Gary Payton up to an 86, and he's kind of just peaked there. Michael Adams definitely gonna get traded this season. But y'all already know the drill. We're gonna go ahead and stop it here real quick and get right back into the next season.